The 13th WTO Ministerial Conference in Abu Dhabi saw India strongly advocating to address the concerns of developing countries. India's Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal led the team of India at the WTO, and he asserted that India plays a crucial role as a consensus builder in the World Trade Organization.
The 13th Ministerial Conference of the World Trade Organization is taking place in Abu Dhabi. India has asserted that it plays a crucial role as a consensus builder in the WTO. It has raised concerns that several countries were disrupting this consensus.
पहली बात तो ये है कि विश्व ने देखना पड़ेगा कि कौन मुद्दों पे ब्लॉक कर रहा है और कौन जिम्मेदार है कि WTO का कामकाज स्मूथली आगे क्यों नहीं बढ़ रहा है। इससे ये साबित होता है कि भारत तो वास्तव में कंसेंसस बिल्डर है। हम सहमति बनाने में अहम भूमिका निभा रहे हैं और कई देश अलग-अलग विषयों पे सहमति को तोड़ रहे हैं।
Furthermore, India strongly advocated for addressing the concerns of the developing countries and called for swift attention to issues such as permanent solution to public stock holding.
India stands on strong principles of fair play, justice, and wants to ensure that all decisions taken at the WTO are keeping in mind the best interests of India's farmers, India's fisher folk, and ensures that our work towards meeting the sustainable development goals, strong and speedy growth in our Amrit Kal.
Meanwhile, India along with South Africa successfully blocked a key proposal led by China at the World Trade Organization. The proposal, known as the Investment Facilitation Development Agreement, is unlikely to be included in the final outcome document of the ongoing ministerial conference.
Investment is not a part of the WTO mandate, and therefore South Africa and India, along with other countries, have opposed inclusion of IFD. And today in writing we have given to the Secretariat of WTO that this issue cannot be brought into the agenda.
WTO is the only global international organization dealing with the rules of trade between nations. All major decisions are made by the members as a whole, either by ministers or by the ambassadors or delegates. In the WTO, power is not delegated to a board of directors or the organization's head. When WTO rules impose disciplines on the policies of a country, it is the outcome of negotiations among WTO members. The countries make their decisions through various councils and committees whose memberships consists of all WTO members.
And Prasar Bharati correspondent Vinod Kumar now joins us from the UAE with an update on this. Vinod, India has blocked the IFD negotiations at the WTO. Why do you think this is important from India's point of view?
See, this is the point to be noted here is the investment facilitation agreement has to be added to the Annex 4 of the Marrakesh Agreement. This faces three legal hurdles. First, let me explain what are these legal hurdles. Then let's come to the point that why India has been objecting to this. According to the Marrakesh Agreement, Article 10 clause 9, the deal in WTO can be only made for trade and not for investment. And this agreement lacks substantiative provisions related to trade despite acknowledging the relationship between investment and trade. We know the relationship that is there between investment and trade, but Article 10 clause 9 does not make it very clear whether investment can be part of the trade. Second thing is the most important thing, eligibility to request addition. Only if a plurilateral agreement that has been made between these parties to this agreement is in force and it is ratified and domestic procedures have been taken care in their countries, then only this particular IFD can be taken into a multilateral forum like WTO and consensus can be made. So even this has not been enforced. No countries, these 123 countries, has not ratified and not made domestic procedures inside their countries. So there is no point of these countries can request WTO for addition. Third, the negotiations of the IFD began with no multilateral mandate. So without a multilateral mandate, it is not logical for these countries to add IFD to the umbrella organization of WTO. These are the three legal hurdles. And why India is blocking? There has been past precedences that this in the name of investment, small countries, small economies are burdened with debt. We can see the case where the Belt and Road Initiative of China has burdened many African countries, including our neighbor country like Sri Lanka, with the burden of debt. So, having taken into all these parameters, India, along with South Africa and other developing countries, have blocked inclusion in the WTO forum. These are the reasons.
Yes, so clearly India is standing with the global south there. But what are the key items on the agenda today for discussion, and what's important for India?
As we speak now, the draft ministerial declaration is being discussed. And in the morning, we had a discussion on working program on e-commerce. This is another important topic that was discussed today. To explain more, we need to go back to a bit history. In the second ministerial conference in 1998, there was a confusion what constitutes digital work. At those times, there were compact CDs and DVDs, and there were emails, and there was no proper definition of what constitutes e-commerce. So there was a moratorium imposed at MC2 in 1998 that there will be free trade between countries within the WTO without any customs duties or tariffs. This moratorium has been extended every 2 years. But as we speak in 2024, now we have a clear picture of what is e-commerce, what is digital transactions, what is the digital economy, how countries can be benefiting from the digital economy. So India is of the view that it has time to stop this moratorium, and this moratorium is set to expire on March 31st. So India has made this point very clear that we are not going to extend this moratorium for two reasons. One, there is a potential revenue loss of $500 million that India might be losing because of this moratorium. Second, we know that this is the era of artificial intelligence, 3D printing, data analytics, forensics. All this happens in the digital domain. So we need a clear policy space for implementation and regulation of these digital entities. So if we give this moratorium extended to WTO on an unlimited basis, we won't be having this policy space. And India is known for creating its digital infrastructure. We have a digital public infrastructure initiative whereby we have created Aadhaar, we have created UPI. So we need this policy framework and policy space. So India has clearly told to the WTO 13th Ministerial Conference, this moratorium, we would not like to extend it. That is the main point of takeaway from today. And the draft declaration, we can expect it to be out in the evening, UAE time.
We leave it there. Thank you very much, Vinod Kumar, special correspondent Prasar Bharati, based in the UAE in Abu Dhabi currently. Thanks for being with us. Moving on then.